Welcome to Twisted Gaming.
Welcome back everyone at Twisted Gaming TV. Glad you're here. Today's video, we are coming into spooky season. Even though it's September, I'm getting into the spooky season feeling just because it's starting to be cooler outside, so it's getting me more involved in horror films and all that stuff. So we're going to go over some classic, cult classics. Some films I got in today, a lot of them I've had before. And so we might do a little series on this each week. We might show off some more horror films. Let's see. So today I got Halloween Kills. I haven't seen this one yet. Haven't seen that one. And then I got Halloween. Now this ain't the first one. I ordered the first one too. This is like the remake and the trilogy. And I also got Halloween Ends also, which I haven't seen that one, so that should be coming in this week sometime. But now we're going to get into some cult classics, and this is probably one of my favorite horror cult classics, Tales from the Hood. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, you need to either buy it or stream it. It is the most wildest horror film, I would say. And it's very, very racy. I mean, this film is so racy, they couldn't make this in today's standards because there's just too many offended and weak people in the world these days. But this was from 1995, the good old 90s, where they didn't give a damn. Great movie, though, Tales from the Hood. Now, there's three of them. There's Tales from the Hood, 1995, Tales from the Hood 2, which was 2018, I believe. And then they made a recent one in 2020. It was Tales from the Hood 3. Now I got all the other ones in order. The Tales from the Hood 2 should be here in my house tomorrow. And Tales from the Hood 3 sometime after that. But I've seen them all, and they're all great, but the original one is just crazy. Another cult classic is A Beautiful Creepshow. You know, this has like they all have the same vibes, like Tales from the Hood, Creepshow, Tales from the Crypt. It's a movie with like 3 or 4 different separate stories all together, but beautiful, beautiful one. And this is kind of like Tales from the Hood 2, which is another spin-off, Tales from the Dark Side. This is the complete series. We got 32 hours of movie time here. And this came out in between 1983 and 1988. So see, all the 80s and 90s stuff, you just couldn't beat the 80s and 90s stuff. You couldn't. And then another one, here's we go even earlier, 1973. Theater of Blood with Vincent Price. He also did the original House of Wax, which is another amazing movie that I have. But Theater of Blood, this is like a 3-hour film, and the murders and the killings in that are just, man, they are bad. But yeah, Vincent Price was the master of horror, though, back in the day in his lifetime. Beautiful movie, though. And then we have another cult classic, The Funhouse. Ooh, this is a good movie, too. Now, most of these I watch every year because they're just great movies. And if you like horror films like I do, then there you go. Another corny franchise that's real corny, but it goes in the cult classic category, Leprechaun. Now here's the Leprechaun movies that has every single one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 films. We got Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4 to Space, Leprechaun 5, Leprechaun in the Hood is part 5. Leprechaun Back to the Hood. And Leprechaun Origins. So, cult classic right here. And here is another cult classic. Now, I can't remember how many of these they have. I'd have to go look because I have all of them. But Puppet Master, where puppets come alive and kill you. Great classics. These are pretty freaking creepy. And this was, what year was this? It doesn't say. I don't know. Those were either 80s or 90s, though, and they made like 7 or 8 of those. But anyways, you know, and there's always other cult classics like Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, the regulars, Friday the 13th, Halloween. I've showed you some of those. Just all kinds of horror films out there. And they're making a Halloween video game, which is coming out in 2026. Why is it not releasing next month in October? You know, I don't know why some of these companies they'll announce a game and it's like a year off. It's so stupid. Anyways, thanks for watching Twisted Gaming TV, and I'll do another episode of this showing off some horror films as we get closer to Halloween, even though this is September right now, but I'm excited because of the cool weather. Anyways, thanks for watching the channel always. Peace.
Keep us going.